There's a blood shortage and we came up to Dead Lover's Point at midnight on Friday the 13th.
Lame.
Guess I'm gonna waste all this blood by dying in a predictable horror movie way.
50% of Americans like watching blood get spilled in horror movies, but only 3% donate it. When was the last time you donated blood?
And as floodwaters continue to rise, thousands are left destitute.
We already see major fire spread. Hundreds of homes have been destroyed by the wildfires, which continue to blaze.
The storm barreled ashore overnight, packing 130-mile-per-hour winds.
Utter devastation. Now search and rescue efforts.
Across the country, disasters have left many in need of emergency shelter.
You can help those impacted by disasters big and small. Give now.
Sometimes I dream about you falling through the sky. Can hardly believe my own eyes.
Disasters don't take a break for the holidays. With your help, neither does the Red Cross.
Dear humans, this is an adoption campaign, but it's not for me, or Mr. Buttons, or Frank over there. It's for you, humans. This is a call to humans to adopt our movement, to adopt our cause.
This isn't just about saving one of us.
It's about saving all of us.
Thousands of lives, every single day.
It's about support for every one of us four, and sometimes not four-legged best friends, waiting to meet a best friend of our own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge.
Shelter by shelter. City by city.
We can save thousands of pets each day. Join us. Together we can save them all.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
My name is Tyleek. I live with my grandma. During the summer, I have meals at the Boys and Girls Club. When I eat food here, I'm not hungry and I can go out and have fun. Food gives me energy and it also helps me focus. What my family means to me is they love me for who I am. I love them because they make sure I'm good. It's really cool.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right seat.
We're in the civic center. It's on the table. I know Leonard would wait like a minute before. I know.
I'm calling the meeting Stafford City Council annual town. I'm calling Stafford City Council annual town meeting to order. Today is Wednesday, January 28, 2026. The time is 7 o'clock. Pledges of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Agenda item number 2, presentation of Mayor's annual State of the City message and goals for 2026.
Sure.
My fellow Staffordians, about 2.5 years ago, you trusted me to be your mayor, making history in Stafford. I am deeply honored to be your mayor. I can assure you that I am not a typical politician. I strongly believe that all elected positions are to make the community better, not for self-serving. I welcome all those who are here in person, especially Honorable Mayor Pro Tem Mr. William Bostic, Honorable Council members Ms. Virginia Rosas, Ms. Alice Chen, Mr. Xavier Herrera, Mr. Tim Wood, and Mr. Vengera. Let me also welcome our legal counsel, Mr. Jeffrey Lobitz of Olson & Olson, Mr. Bob Jones of Jones Engineering, and Mr. Brian Blum of FM Squared. The most valuable asset of the city are its employees. These departments are managed by the police chief, Richard Ramirez, the fire chief, Jose Magana, the city secretary, Ms. Roxanne Benitez, CFO, Ms. Alkasha, public works director, Mr. Chris Ricks, HR director, Ms. Chanel Garcia, IT director, Mr. Ryan Young, multimedia director, Mr. Robert Frith, court, Honorable Judge Deborah Sinclair, court director, Ms. Nicole Wynn, civic center and Stafford Center, Ms. Susan Riggs, and the Stafford Center contractor, Mr. Brian Blum. All our city employees are dedicated, efficient, productive, and cost conscious. Let us now glance through the different departments. Police department. The police department under Chief Richard Ramirez had a productive year. received appreciation from residents and businesses for enhanced police visibility, replaced old patrol vehicles with new ones. These new vehicles provide a significantly safer platform for our officers and are equipped with updated technology to better support patrol operations. Criminal Investigation Division continues to achieve the strong results. The division cleared a 22-year-old murder case by executing an arrest warrant for capital murder. Fire Department. The department is headed by the Chief Jose Magana. They had 4,253 incident responses, 58% EMS related, 42% fire related. Average turnout time, dispatch en route 1 minute 23 seconds, average lights and screen dispatch, arrival 6 minutes 30 seconds, overlapping calls 1,401, 35%, mutual aid 127 given, 41 received. Incidents per day average 13.44, mutual aid given 127 and received 41. Property value loss snapshot as reported, $460,000 pre-incident value, $225,000 losses. Information Technology IT. This department is headed by Mr. Ryan Young. The department implemented core switching replacement, access layer switching replacement, new network monitoring system, and endpoint monitoring and management system. IT has an ambitious implementation schedule which includes the following projects: the replacement of the remainder of the city's access layer switching, replacement of the city's virtual server host, implementation of new technology for the city's network storage needs, replacement of the 2 existing card access system with one unified that integrates with the panic buttons and cameras, implementation of a satellite-based emergency internet connection system, replacement of the existing phone system servers with new hardware, replacement of many aging police MDT systems, testing to find an existing network weaknesses that have not already been identified. Finance Department. The Finance Department is headed by Chief Financial Officer CFO Ms. Alkar Shah and is responsible for budget preparation, budget management, payroll, procurement, grant management, accounts receivable and payable and receivable, investments, and overseeing the financial audit. The city has received an unmodified or clean audit opinion, which is the highest level of opinion we can achieve. This reflects not only our commitment to the transparency, but also our strong conservative financial management practices. As a result of our diligent efforts, the city has successfully maintained its A2 bond rating. This is a testament to the hard work everyone has put in and the effective guidance provided by our elected officials. Additionally, I want to highlight the outstanding performance under the leadership of our Chief Financial Officer Alkar Shah and her team. Thanks to their public strategic initiatives, the city has earned an impressive $2.1 million in additional investment income over the past year. As per the unaudited financial data as of 9/30/25 provided by our CFO, we had a total revenue of $35.1 million and a total expense of $32.9 million, leaving a surplus of $2.2 million. Our cash and investment, both restricted and restricted, equal to $47.48 million. Furthermore, in fiscal year 25, the city expended over $1.8 million funded through various grant sources. We extend our sincere appreciation to Ms. Merchant for her dedicated efforts in securing grants to support the city. These accomplishments reflect our collective commitment to financial responsibility. Thank you all for your continued hard work and dedication. Administration Department. This department is managed by the City Secretary Ms. Roxanne Benitez with the help of Assistant Secretary Ms. Renata Cross and the Administrative Services Coordinator Ms. Rochelle Worthington. This department maintains all city ordinances, resolutions, historical records, as well as processes public information requests. They also put together agendas and minutes for all City Council, Stafford Economic Development Corporation SCDC, and Council Committee meetings. In addition, the Administration Department is responsible for all city elections. Ms. Benitez serves as the election official. The City Secretary and her staff have done an excellent job of continuing to streamline the processes. As a result of their increased productivity, they are able to reduce the expenses. They continue to be successful in effectively communicating with the public and the citizens of Stafford. Human Resources. The HR department is headed by Ms. Chanel Garcia and is responsible for a variety of functions which include employee relations, compensation and benefits, employee training and safety, recruiting and performance management. HR is committed to fostering employee engagement and continually seeks creative and innovative ways to connect with staff. In 2025, the employee engagement team successfully organized the city's first ever public service recognition week and conducted several educational and training events such as estate planning workshops and TML manager supervisor training. Currently, we have a total of 254 employees. The employees are our real asset of the city. They go above and beyond to make things happen. Stafford Civic Center. The Civic Center is managed by Ms. Susan Riggs. The 38-year-old building can accommodate 900 guests. Ms. Riggs also manages the swimming pool, which offers pool parties and swim lessons during the summer. Stafford Center. The Stafford Center is entering its 21st year of operation. Ms. Susan Riggs is also managing the Stafford Center along with the contractor Mr. Brian Blom of FM Squared. Several national and international artists perform at the center. In 2024, the City of Stafford hosted our inaugural Juneteenth celebration and continuing to do every year. Stafford Economic Development Corporation, SCDC. The SCDC is headed by the President, Mr. Randy Cran. Other members of the SCDC are the Vice President, Mr. Damon Leonedi, the Treasurer, Ms. Gwen Goodwin, the Secretary, Mayor Pro Tem William Bostic, Mayor Ken Matthew, Councilwoman Ms. Alice Chen, and previous council member Mr. A.J. Honore. Planning and Zoning Commission. Dr. Matthew Weideman is the chairperson. Other members are Vice Chairman Mr. Clint Mendenza, Secretary Mr. Greg Holsapple. The commissioners are Mr. Aldrin George, Mr. Kenneth Grant, Ms. Sadie Williams, and Ms. Irene Lozano. This body is the one recommending to grant permits based on the zoning regulations. Multimedia communications. The Multimedia Department, under the leadership of Director Mr. Robert Frith, has continued its strong growth, communicating important information about the safety and security. The city's website is constantly updated, keeping the public informed along with the consistent posting of vital information on the website. Social media and city's municipal TV channel SME TV, and have reinstated the city's emergency radio station and can now broadcast live from City Hall's Emergency Operations Center in times of crisis. They tirelessly update and maintain the city's video, audio, and transmission equipment, and have done so with no impact to the budget. Director Frith and Houston Community College representatives renegotiated and restructured the interlocal agreement the city had with SCC for decades, which resulted in significant saving for the city annually. The multimedia department has also moved master control from HCC to the City Hall, offering more accessibility to manage our SME TV signals in cases of failure and maintenance. Public Works. This department is led by Mr. Chris Riggs. Their emphasis is to provide excellent and effective services to the residents and businesses. He, along with Mr. Scott McElrath, Mr. Ian Sargent, Ms. Laura Morales, and Ms. Sylvia Bolivar, are responsible for helping Stafford carry on its planning and development mission. The department is comprised of permits, inspections, planning, zoning, and economic development services. The following are the highlights. Issued permits and collected $1.7 million in fees. Commercial and residential projects include Target, Five Guys Burgers, Portillo's, Black Rock Coffee, Hop Daddy, Kava, Sugar Grove Business Park, Stafford Center Business Park, Felia Landing at Murphy, Alliance Industrial at Ellis, Global Supply at Stafford Center Drive. 180 homes constructed in Park Hill Villas subdivision. Retreat at Stafford, Enclave at Stafford Oaks. Phase 4, Davy Apartments at Grid, Oak Left Apartments, Leno at the Grid. Engineering projects, Pike Road Extension, 1.03 million street repairs were completed. Code compliance team is led by Mr. Scott McElrath and made up of animal control, consumer health, residential rental inspections, and code and zoning enforcement. Highlights for the code compliance department include partnered with the Houston Humane Society to maintain a 90% live rate with recovered cats and dogs, permitted 240 establishments, permitted 300 residential long-term rentals. Municipal Court Department, Judge Deborah Sinclair presides over the court, and Ms. Nicole Wynn, along with the staff, facilitates the daily operations. The municipal court is a legal forum for a person who is accused of violating the Texas motor vehicle laws, Class C misdemeanors under the Texas Penal Code and city ordinances. The court department operates on a full-scale court date, collects fines on judgments issues warrants ordered by judge, and handles proper disposition of each case filed in the court. The court department's mission is to ensure citizens have an opportunity to resolve the court cases in a timely manner, and the court staff is always available to answer questions during the court hours, which are Monday through Friday 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and evening dockets are on the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays of each month at 5 p.m. SMSD. As we all know, the school is a component entity of the city. The theme We Are One is very appropriate. The gem of the school is STEM Magnet Academy, where there is a waiting list to get admitted. The superintendent of SMSD is Dr. Robert Bastick. Under his leadership and guidance, the school has been doing better and better. 2026 goals: maintain zero property tax. Since 1995, for over 30 years, the city has done away with the property tax. Looking at the fund balance, there is no urgency for reimposing the property tax. If we did not have property tax in 2021, what is the justification for imposing property tax now? Infrastructure: maintain the streets and sidewalks in a better condition and improve the drainage system to reduce flooding and standing water. Attract sales tax operating businesses. Like retail businesses, sales tax is the lifeline of our city. Support new subdivisions to attract young families that will be beneficial for the school and the city. Their children mostly will choose to go to SMSD and mostly will shop locally and will bring more sales tax to the city. Revitalize the island area. The island area is the capital of the city of Stafford. Looking clean and beautiful will increase the image of our city. Eliminate wasteful spending. There are areas where we can find wasteful spending in governmental bureaucracy. Diversity. Our city can take pride in having all major races proportionally balanced. All major races are around 25%. It is better to have that balance. We are very proud to be in Stafford. In conclusion, let us all stand together as united for the purpose of building a still better future for our beloved city. It is the people who have given us that responsibility. We should not disappoint them. As we have seen from the numbers that I have provided, our city is not broke. Our unique city is well and vibrant. Let me take this opportunity to thank all 254 employees. They are the ones doing the work, making the city better. I appreciate their dedication, their hard work, their efficiency. Let me thank all the people in Stafford, all Staffordians, for giving the entire city council the opportunity to serve you all. Let us stand united. Let us stand together. Respectfully submitted, Ken Matthew, Mayor, City of Stafford. That's it. Thank you. Agenda item number 3, questions and comments from public regarding the Mayor's annual State of the City message and goals for 2026. 5 minutes each. Anybody?
No.
No questions. All right. Comments. Agenda item number 4. Comments by Mayor and City Council members. 5 minutes each. My comments are already said. What was my goal for the city, and I described everything. I don't think I have to say anything more.
Mayor, are you going by seniority, or how you having comments from members?
Seniority.
Seniority, okay. Yes.
Okay.
So that's me? Oh, wow.
All right, so 5 minutes each?
Yeah, 5 minutes each.
Good deal. Greetings, Stafford, America. I'm honored and humbled to be here. When I initially ran for office 4 years ago, my goal was to make our government more accessible, and I strongly feel that this is happening. Now, as your acting mayor pro tem and as a Stafford Economic Development Corporation director, I look forward to giving y'all an update on our city and our direction moving forward. Over the past 4 years, we've accomplished quite a few achievements, including the following: implementing recycling, updating our water fountains, which took 4 years, creating a residential nuisance abatement program for homes that aren't being maintained, creating the first of its kind residential streets and sidewalk repair program, creating a primary and commercial corridor program that will refurbish our intersections and street signs. Further, we attracted a major retailer and grocery store with the addition of Target within our community. I'd like to commend Mayor Matthew because of his assistance with Reefs Across America and helping us establish it at Craven Cemetery. And we also did a site cleanup at that graveyard 2 years in a row. These are just a few of our recent accomplishments, including the creation of the Trap and Trace release program for feral cats and our successful pet food and vaccination drive. We have several projects that are in the works, and that will be an asset to our community and improve our quality of life. I'm excited about the joint project we're doing with the Meadows Place on creating a bike trail along Center Point's right-of-way and expanding Gordon Fountain Lake's footprint. Further, we're in discussion with Center Point on identifying additional right-of-way that can serve as trails and parks. Another project centers on rehabilitating and replacing equipment at our three major parks, Vaquero, Gordon Fountain, and Rubin. The equipment at these parks is roughly over 20 years old and needs to be addressed soon. Several initiatives that I will be championing are centered on economic development. To focus on economic development, we must focus on updating our comprehensive plan. The comprehensive plan will serve as a roadmap on what we want in our community and can serve as a barrier to future warehouse expansions. It will identify what the community wants and values within our city. We should have additional news on this item in February. Another item that is coming up will be our second annual business symposium in partnership with Texas Workforce Solutions set for April 30th at the Stafford Center. This event will have programming and resources for local businesses, but will also be an opportunity for our local businesses to hire local residents. Last year's event drew roughly over 600 attendees, and this year we're hoping for more. Again, this event is open to the public, and more details will follow as more information becomes available. Further, we have two celebrations to highlight in the coming months, and that is our first ever Asian American and Pacific Islander celebration set for Friday, May 8th at the Stafford Center, and our fourth annual Juneteenth celebration set for Friday, June 19th. This is going to be the first time it's held on Juneteenth. Both events are open to the public, and we hope to see you there. A few more initiatives will focus on creating a 311 system and centralized portal for the city to have an efficient and transparent system to track requests from the public. I personally reported and replaced over 60 streetlights within our community. The underpasses on Stafford Shire continue to be an issue. We have work to do with TxDOT to see how we can address the issue of speeding and car accidents on this thoroughfare. Finally, we need to conduct an independent performance audit in all the city's departments to ensure that we're running efficiently and identify any waste or bottlenecks. My goals, they're to continue to enhance the city of Stafford's brand and nurture our community's diversity while maintaining one thing: zero property tax. I chose to double down on Stafford, and I feel that this principle will help attract families to our community with the right messaging and outreach. Our city is only 7 square miles, and we're facing a declining population as our community is landlocked. Last year, roughly 763 people made their voices heard. This year's election is set for May 2nd, 2026. Please vote and ensure your voice is heard. I look forward to helping our city and school address the challenges ahead, but at the end, I am honored to know the impact I made on our community. The goal is, and it always is, to get people involved and engaged. Finally, I'd like to thank my mom here in the audience, my dad, my Aunt Deborah, they're watching this event, my friends at Texas Workforce Solutions, Legacy Church, United Way, Nanco Aero, and most important to the public and those who are viewing. Thank y'all. I would like to remind y'all that Stafford America is unique, and we will continue to face the challenges head on together. Our city is continuing to move forward. As the late Mayor Scarcella told me years ago, and his words continue to resonate with me: think bigger. Thank you again for listening. Stay safe out there. Check on your friends, family, and neighbors. Much love.
Good evening, Stafford resident, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alice Chen. I'm truly honored to be here tonight to present the state of city. Over the past years, our city has made significant strides in multiple areas. First and foremost, let's thank our fire chief and emergency management team and all our first responders for their tireless effort during the recent winter storm. Thanks to their round-the-clock vigilance, we have had no report incidents, and our community remains safe. A special thanks goes to our multimedia team for their daily update about the storm on our city Facebook page and for keeping everybody informed. Thank you to all who contribute to our safety and well-being. I'm pleased to report that our city finance remains strong. You heard the mayor give you all the data in his speech. As of the end of December, based on our Director of Finance, Akash Shah, our general fund it's about $11.5 million. This financial stability allows us to continue the important projects such as street repairs, pothole maintenance, and many projects, ensure our city and our infrastructure stay in good condition. We are also excited to welcome Mr. Joe Ash as our new SEDC Economic Development Director. He has been working diligently to attract new business to our Stafford, boosting our local economic and increasing sales tax revenue. Our city is renowned for its rich multicultural fabric, and Stafford proudly reflects that as the most diverse city in Fort Bend County. We have celebrated Juneteenth for the past 4 years, and this year's events will be bigger and better than ever. Thank you, Chairman William Bossett. Additionally, we are excited to continue our Hispanic Heritage Celebration for the 2nd year. I'm pleased to announce that for the first time, our city will host an AAPI celebration on May 8th at our beautiful Stafford Center. This special event will celebrate Asian American heritage and culture through featured performance by many Asian countries. We also honor the 250th birthday of the United States. We are thrilled to offer a special door prize drawing for a round-trip airline ticket from Houston to an Asian country. We encourage everybody who is interested to keep your eyes on our city's Facebook page for detail on this free event. We look forward to see everybody to join us on May 8th at Stafford Center. In addition to our cultural celebration, I'm proud to report the continuation of Kelsey Siebel Scholarship, which provide $10,000 per year for 3 outstanding students pursuing healthcare-related fields. This is the 3rd year the scholarship is being offered to our Stafford students, and I encourage all the eligible high school seniors to apply. Application detail will be available on the SMSC website and also talk to your school counselor. Finally, as we look ahead, I want to emphasize our city's strength comes from our residents and our community. As city council members, we are always eager to listen to your concern, your suggestion, and your idea as we plan to update our city comprehensive plan. We need your input to shape our future. Together, we'll continue to make Stafford a wonderful place to live, work, and play. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, Mayor.
I want to go ahead and thank you for your presentation and your goals and whatnot. You brought out a lot of great thoughts, and I know you've worked diligently this past year. I'd be remiss right now to go ahead and not recognize our viewing audience that's here with us present, as well as those that's watching through Stafford SME TV. I want to go ahead and recognize and thank our dedicated city employees. I see with us here today we have Ms. Patricia Sosa Montalongo, who is the Stafford MSD School Board Secretary. Thank you for being here. Also, Mr. Kenneth Grant with our Planning and Zoning Commission. Sir, thank you very much for being here as well. As we see here today, we have a great group of folks, dedicated city employees, folks from our school board, our planning and zoning that are here that are dedicated to work for each and every one of you, our community members, and I can't thank you enough for your service, especially when you get the exorbitant amount of money that you do, which is unfortunately zero, because you do serve and do a great deal for our community. As you see, I'm not going to go ahead and read things. I'm shooting off the cuff here, and I'm kind of a little bit more comfortable with that. I did go ahead and cheat and write down some notes just to keep me going straight out. So that being said, I also want to recognize, going back to that point, our volunteers who constantly serve. Mayor, I mean, these are folks that do a lot of great things, whether it's the Parks Committee, whether it's Planning and Zoning, and others. And that's what helps keep our city going. So, you know, with city employees, with council members who, and believe it or not, you need to understand that each and every one of these council members, while at times we may not see eye to eye, please note that I firmly believe that each and every one of these people that sit in this dais, along with our city department heads, work for the betterment of our community as a whole. You know, everything is done in the greatest light, because it's not just your home, it's our home. What impacts you impacts all of us. A lot of folks tend not to remember that, not to think about that. But please know that each and every one of these folks are dedicated to serving our community, because this is a lasting time for each and every one of us. Some, and I know that Board Secretary Sosa Montalongo and her husband are longtime sweethearts. When even was over with Stafford MSD, doing things as students and whatnot, to folks that just moved in. But keep in mind, this is a great community, great folks, and we're glad to go ahead and work and serve. Anyway, Mayor, I'm going to go ahead and keep my comments very brief, but you get the point and the gist of what I said. But folks that are here in this audience and those that are watching out there, please know that one thing, and you're going to hear a lot of whatnot and all, but know that whether it's the school district, whether it's our boards and commissions, whether it's our city employees, and more importantly, I say more important because we're talking right here, right now, no disrespect to anybody on this, but our city council, everybody's dedicated to serving and improving our community as a whole. So thank you very much for watching today. Thank each and every one of y'all for being here, because you didn't have to be here, and we appreciate that. Well, maybe not the city employees. I know y'all kind of have y'all's own deal there and all, but thank you very much for your insightful message, Mayor, to our community, and I'll go ahead and toss it back on over to you, sir.
Anybody else?
We're seniority, so I'm
Oh, seniority.
vote.
Okay. Good evening, citizens of Stafford. It's a privilege to be here before you. I'm grateful for the opportunity and the trust that you've given me 2.5 years ago to be a part of this body, to bring my unique perspective and skills, to add to all the amazing skills and perspective that is already here in the leadership of our city. It's very important that we have different perspectives and different experiences, because it's not always a one-track road that gets us to the goal that we need to go. You know, sometimes city politics can be messy, but I want to take a moment to celebrate. I appreciate our mayor bringing out some of the highlights of some of the great things, and some of my fellow council members as well that have highlighted some of the positive things that have occurred in these last years, and this last year in particular. One of the things I'm very proud of is we worked collectively to bring recycling back to Stafford. One of my very first meetings in Stafford, that was something that I wanted to get done, and I'm so glad that we did that collectively. Community members came up like yourself and advocated for that, and I'm so happy that we have that opportunity to pass on to our next generation to show our good stewardship of our earth. Another thing that I'm extremely proud of is that the opportunity to be on the Parks Committee, to be a chair, and to bring a program and a very needed and deserved honoring of our veterans. With the help of Parks Committee members and community members and this council, we initiated what has now been 3 years running, a Veterans Day program to honor our veterans. That's not political. It's 100% about honoring them, their sacrifice, and their courage and their service. In addition, in my time as Parks Committee Chair and also as a member of the Parks Committee, we had many events to bring together our community, to whether it be for celebrating Earth Day or to have a movie in the summer heat, and many other ice creams, partnered with another entity. We have an ice cream place here in town. And even though the leadership of this committee has passed and gone to other people, I continue to work behind the scenes to advocate for improvements for our parks. As a father of young children, it's very important to my heart. But it doesn't matter if you have little kids, if whatever, everyone benefits from having good parks. And I want to thank Mayor Pro Tem Bostic for his advocacy about the water fountains. I'm happy to have supported that and to see finally to fruition that effort collectively. Another thing that I'm very proud of is my privilege, even from before being on City Council, being on the Juneteenth Committee, and being able to sit next to other people that are so passionate about bringing light to this important event in our community and having a celebration that we deserve. Having been an event that occurred just 45 miles from here, it should not be overlooked. I'm glad that we celebrated. I'm glad to have been a part working behind the scenes for the last 3 years and helping it to be as successful than it ever has. In a similar vein, I'm 100% supportive of the newly created Asian Pacific Islander celebration that will be happening in May, and also of the Hispanic Heritage event that's occurred for the last couple of years. These are beautiful things that bring our community together. We have something amazing to look forward this coming summer, the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding, the Declaration of its Independence, that brings all Staffordians together. I want to make sure that this event is the best it has ever been. It was a mistake, in my opinion, for the festival on July 3rd to not go forward. This is something that really brings together, especially our youth sports organizations like the Stafford Cobras and the SYBA. It's a major fundraiser for them, and it was a major letdown to not have that event. I want to make sure that doesn't happen again. We need to bring that festival back this year and make sure our community can celebrate the biggest possible way the beginning of our country. Additionally, many of you might be aware that we're going to be not hosting Stafford, but the FIFA World Cup is coming to Houston, our neighboring city. This is a great opportunity for us to move forward on what has already happening in Sugar Land and Houston, and to really harness the efforts of these neighboring communities to bring some positive light and hopefully some sales tax dollars and some hotel occupancy back to our community so that we can have more funds to fund the things that improve our community. In that light, I'm happy to have spearheaded a wayfinding project to bring new signage so that both residents and visitors alike can locate the key assets of our community and get around. That will be coming to fruition in the coming months. In addition, this last council meeting, working with new economic development director, highly seasoned and experienced, Mr. Joe Esch, we brought the first draft of a marketing plan to really encourage people to shop, stay, and eat in Stafford, because that is the bread and butter of how our community will continue to move forward and are having strong financial footing. In regards to that, I also want to thank everyone on this council for supporting the idea of doing an audit of our sales tax. That was so critical, and it's brought in $2.1 million, as you heard the mayor state, of funds that otherwise would not have been here. It's very important that we do everything possible to make sure that these funds are coming back to improve our community. I'm so sorry that I've run out of time, but I'm so happy also about the drainage committee that's been formed. I've had an opportunity to serve on. We have finally got some drainage analysis on two of our key communities, Crestmont and Old Vaquero Manor, and I will tirelessly continue to work for our community, responding to your texts, to your phone calls, to your emails, because I'm as passionate as you are about seeing the best possible Stafford for our future. Thank you.
All right, so I have nothing written down, but I'm going to be Debbie Downer tonight. Because although we have achieved, and Councilman Bostic did point out some great achievements that we've done, but I wholeheartedly believe we do not have enough money. We are siphoning money from the Economic Development Corporation, and without them, we would be in big trouble. And I know that I take a lot of heat from my council members that are shooting bullets at me right now, but I believe in telling the truth, and that's all you get from me is the truth. I won't sugarcoat it, I won't put blinders on it, but if you drive down the street, look at the fading signs. Look at the lights that have the decorative, half of them are missing or they're down. So the streets are cracking or need filling, and the sidewalks. And we don't have a 5-year capital plan. We live year to year. And that's no way to manage a city. And it's no fault of the mayor. 95, it came to everything, all the signals aligned and the planets and stars, and we were able to reduce. We do have a property tax, but it's zero. And although it's highlighted and we have flags and banners, which, by the way, those flags were paid from the EDC, not from the city. So, I have to keep saying that you can't put the blinder on, and at one point we just have more debt than we have revenues coming in. And we can have all kind of goals, but if you can't measure goals and achievements that we've made, I mean, it's good to have drainage and goals and all this other stuff, but how are you going to pay for it? It takes money, and we don't have money. We had to borrow money from the EDC to buy patrol cars because we don't have money of our own. So although that we've achieved a lot and we've done a lot, but a lot of it has come through, EDC, and I have to say Councilman Bostic has, championed a lot of those through EDC. But when are we going to stand on our own feet? I mean, our sugar daddy is the EDC. And how are we going to get past that? Thank God we have ALCA that has been able to manage the money and find good places to invest and get revenues back. And you know what? We can sit up here and tout all the great things we're doing, but it's not us. It's our employees. They're the ones that deserve the pat on the back and say thank you, because you know what? They go above and beyond what their job title requires. And there's no money that can replace the loyalty that we have from all these employees. And, it's kind of like we can set all kind of goals and policies, but without them implementing it, we're nowhere. And one thing that I want y'all to know, I love my city, and I want to see my city thrive. But at this point, we're not going anywhere. And don't, if you see a fee or an assessment, that's a tax. Because pretty soon you're going to have a drainage fee, you're going to have an assessment, and that's just a hidden tax. So, what I would suggest is that, I can't do anything because, most of these council members don't believe it and tout no property tax, but what do you get with no property tax? You get a city that's not thriving and growing, and we should be having public partner and private partnerships. The greatest thing we did is get Joe Ash, because he is an incredible person, and I look to him to bring a lot of development and companies to that. We will get that retail that we need. But one of these days, and I just have to sit back and say, one of these days, I told you so, because we cannot thrive or continue to flourish without a property tax. So Mayor, like I said, it's no reflection on you, it's just a situation, and this is my personal opinion, but I want to thank all the employees for all the hard work you do. No matter what, we ask you to do, y'all do it, and there's just there is money we could pay y'all, but we don't have enough. So, but I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for caring for our city and doing more than is required. I do want to say that we do have the 250th 4th of July celebration. Susan Ricks is always looking for volunteers, so if you want to have, so this should be the bigger, better one that we're going to celebrate. So if you have time to volunteer, please contact Susan Ricks if you want to be part of that celebration. Thank you, Mayor.
Who wants to go next?
I guess I'm bringing up the rear here. Mayor, first of all, I applaud you for your presentation. I applaud you for bringing the venue to City Council's chambers. Not only are we saving money, but the technology is here that without added effort from our employees. The sound system, the camera system, the PA, I don't feel like the old days where I felt like a chicken at Kroger with the lights on me. It's very comfortable here, and I'll leave it at that. You gotta understand that the city runs by our employees. You're the CEO. You set policy, and so does this board. But at the end of the day, where the rubber meets the road is our employees. And the first thing that I gotta say that I've always stood for 23 years, working on 24, is our first responders, police, fire, and public works. We have a new public works director, not really new. He's come back, and he hit the road running, and he's doing a fabulous job already. When I got out and I could see his gentlemen and working out on the streets, putting the barriers or whatever, and putting the gravel on the overpasses, underpasses, and taking care of the city like they always do. And these gentlemen work hard in cold weather and in hot weather. We lost some employees this year in his department that were key. But it goes to show you that the actual mechanism is not broke. They're being fulfilled by other gentlemen that are going to do the job. And it goes back to the leadership of hiring good people that'll fit into the slot. The same thing with the fire department, the same thing with the police department. We had an opportunity to take care of the needs of the wages for the police department. The vehicles, they were all provided by the EDC with a little hang up there. The fire department is doing a fabulous job. And we're going to see how we're going to bring some of those needed things for the public works equipment. But at the end of the day, we are fulfilling the obligation of the quality of life. We're doing it systematically. As soon as I was in the position that I stepped down or was not in here for one term, I come back and we're replacing streets. Systematically. That's the way it's always been. You can't just go out there and do everything all at one time. And at the end of the day, there's been a funneling of money from the city and EDC to fulfill the drainage, infrastructure, and the rebuilding of some of our streets. We're systematically going to face the challenges, but the challenges are being met. As the mayor said, our fund balance keeps going up. And I want to work with him the best I can, and hopefully I'll be there to be part of the process when we achieve the amount of money that fund balance will be at a level where you don't need to spend the money, but you finance it and use that money that's in the bank for collateral and get a blanket, a bond that can be passed, and also work with the diligence of our panel, the mayor, to take care of the needs of the city. We're not going to spend all that money. I was here when our mayor, I'll call him the mayor, Leonard Scarcelli, that put the economic model for this city where the EDC works hand in hand with the city funding. It's just like a friend of mine that sat at the end of the aisle here, Mr. Joe Rome. We used to talk about this often. It's one pair of pants. It's just a different pocket of the money. It's all public money, and it's just the way you manipulate it to make things work, to keep the cost of the citizens zero property tax. That is the mechanism to the fame to claim for this city, that we have an opportunity to save our citizens money instead of just frivolously spending it. There's other agencies in this community that have taxes, and they're in dire need of money. Taxes are not the answer. When you have that kind of obligation, you got to be, I guess, even more conservative because you have that money, and at the end of the day, you got to spend it wisely and correctly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And let me say something like this. I appreciated in my address, I appreciate all the employees. Then what I said was, let me take this opportunity to thank all 254 employees They are the ones doing the work, making the city better. I appreciate their dedication, their hard work, and their efficiency. I already said it. Who is next?
It's all gone. We're done.
All done?
We're done.
Oh, okay. So I can take the time, eh?
Take time.
No, I don't know. All right. Then, the next one is adjournment.
Your motion?
Yeah?
Your motion?
Oh, you can.
I make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We don't need it, that's what the city secretary says.
Says it together.
All I have to do is bang it.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you all.